In just 5 years, print on demand has lived 3 completely different lives. From the wild listed anywhere gold rush to the AI design race to what I am now calling the 2025 Crackdown Era, the old way of running an online store is completely dead. You can see that as a problem, or you can adapt to what the market truly wants. Now, today, we'll uncover the real story of print on demand from 2020 all the way to now and how you can win in this brand new era. At the end, I'll reveal the 2 areas that you must focus on to take advantage of today's biggest opportunities. So let's start with 2020, which is actually where my print on demand journey begins as well. And I like to call this era the marketplace boom. It's 2020, COVID has just hit, and e-commerce is exploding overnight. Sellers like myself have extra time on our hands, and the government is basically handing us checks that we can use to help fund our business. And there's money to be made when the only thing that people have to do at this time is scroll on their phones because they're locked down at home. Now, in 2020, Shopify merchants processed over $119 billion, almost double what sellers did in 2019. Suddenly, running your store isn't just some small side hustle dream, it is turning into a real scalable business, which is what we saw in 2020. People were starting up stores all over and pretty much having success right out the gate. Now, over on the Etsy side of things, Etsy had 80.9 million active buyers in 2020 and over 4.7 million active sellers on their platform. And during this time, print on demand truly mainstreamed with fulfillment integrating right into the platform. Back then, the game was simple. If you could list it, you could sell it. No one was talking about policies. There was no AI talk at this time or saturation. It was simply the Wild West. Now let's jump to 2021, where the wave keeps building. Shopify's total sales hit $175 billion, up again year over year. And Etsy crosses 90 million buyers, with sellers climbing even higher than in 2020. Now, behind the scenes, print on demand production gets supercharged. We have Printful that lands $130 million in funding, and Printify raises $45 million in funding. Catalogs are exploding, fulfillment speeds up, and suddenly you can sell more faster. Execution during this time beats originality. During this time, it is still a volume game, and the name of it is upload. So 2020 and 2021, things are looking really good for print on demand. But then 2022 throws a nice curveball. When 2022 hits, Etsy hikes seller fees up from 5% to over 6.5%. Sellers then protest. That's when a lot of us came to realize that, hey, the marketplaces will always prioritize their trust scores and their take rates, not our profit margins as sellers. And we start to see that the marketplaces, you're losing control. But something else happens in 2022 to shake things up, and AI goes mainstream. DALL-E 2 drops in April, Midjourney drops in July, and Stable Diffusion then in August. So right off the bat, we have 3 huge AI image generators joining the marketplace. And for print-on-demand sellers, the creative bottleneck now gets blown wide open. Anybody can jump in and start selling because now you don't need to hire a designer. You don't have to be creative and design on your own anymore or learn complex tools like Photoshop. By 2023, AI is no longer wow, it is simply everywhere. Midjourney V5 hits, template tools start to take over the internet, and millions of designs are flooding every marketplace, which feels like overnight. The problem is when everybody can make something fast, the feed starts to get noisy, and instead different becomes the new advantage. And the question becomes, how can you start to stand out in a sea of AI? Which brings us to 2024. the rules start getting written down. Etsy launches their creativity standards and makes AI use disclosures mandatory. Seller counts now dip to 8.1 million, even as buyers are climbing to 9.5 million. So things on the Etsy front are starting to get a little shaky. Meanwhile, we have a new player coming into the space. TikTok Shop becomes the US social commerce rocket ship, generating over $9 billion in sales in the US alone. During this time, the message is clear. Platforms are rewarding authenticity and momentum. Generic AI spam, it's just going to get ignored and it's getting filtered out on those platforms, which leads us into 2025, which I like to call the Crackdown Era. Etsy's transparency report shows 22% more listings removed and 1.5 times more seller suspensions than the year prior. And active sellers dropped to 5.6 million, which is the lowest in years. Now, TikTok Shop is still scaling at 5.8 billion in US sales just in the first half of the year alone. But even there, enforcement is starting to tighten up. Meanwhile, Amazon Merch keeps slamming down on IP violations and generic content as well. The spray and pray listing era is officially over. And from here on out, proof of authenticity, originality, and trust isn't optional. It is mandatory to stand out in this market. So where does that leave us now halfway through 2025? Is print on demand dead or actually dying? No, I wouldn't say it's doing either of those, but it's doing what it's done again over the last 5 years and changing. Global print on demand was a $9 to $10 billion market in 2024, and it is still growing at double-digit rates. And it's exponentially growing over the next decade. We are very much at the infancy stage of print on demand. But in this world of everything changing, we need to adapt our inputs in order to stand out. 5 years ago, it was all about volume. Basically, design it, get it out there, and sell. Now, today it comes down to two different angles, ones that we really haven't needed to touch on up until this point. And the first being trust in UGC. In an AI-saturated feed, humans buy what feels human. I think that we're going to see this trend as more and more just AI-run companies start to come up. So we can start doing this now to get ahead of some of those like just AI generically run companies. We can show our process and maybe how we design versus like what triggers us to come up with our design ideas and share that with our audience. That's going to be something that has only a human feel to it. Something else that we can do is automate our review and photo requests. So after delivery, customers can be sending in images, videos of them wearing our brand or using whatever product that we're selling, and we can then show that to our audience, therefore gaining more trust, showing that we are a human-run business and that we care about human connection. Use these ratings and verified badges and real photos to go above and beyond. Start building community voices. Do some behind the scenes, create Facebook and Instagram groups so that we are connecting truly with our audience. The algorithm has the ability to distribute reach, but only people can distribute trust. This is something that I think is going to be huge moving forward in the print on demand and just e-commerce space in general. Now, number two, that also kind of plays into trust, we need to build a brand. Random general stores are getting commoditized out of existence. They just don't have that cohesive feel that people are looking for. Now, focused brands are able to survive. So here's what I would do right now. I would focus on one audience, one product, and one promise. You want to sell through a cadence. Focus on evergreen flagship designs and products, and then sprinkle in some seasonal trending drops. So I wouldn't just go all out, make it seem like we have every single holiday just thrown across our store, but as those holidays approach, simply release it as a drop. Now, on top of just having a cohesive feel of our brand and our designs, we also then own our email list. So we can welcome and start telling our story to our buyers. We can show them our best sellers. We can invite them to help shape the brand. This is something that is going to be extremely important, especially with AI, because AI does not have the ability to adjust community. People want to feel connected to one another. They want to be a part of a bigger organization and have meaning in their life. And this is something that we have the ability to do when we are building a brand. Now, the real value in your print-on-demand business isn't the fact that you can print products. Anybody can do that. The real value is in the meaning, story, and emotion that your designs are giving your customers. Now, every platform right now kills the volume game and rewards differentiation. 2025 isn't about doing more, it's actually about doing things more specific and transparent and human to your audience. If we're able to do this, our print-on-demand sales will start to compound over time. Now, if you are somebody who is new to print-on-demand, you're looking for a Shopify print-on-demand community and course that you can come into, learn about this process, then click the link in the description below and join my free school community. And I completely understand it can be really overwhelming getting into Shopify and starting to learn how it works. So to make things easier, I want to give you a free theme. By joining my free school community, you'll gain instructions for how to actually get that Shopify theme so that it makes getting your store up and running so much easier. So if you're interested in grabbing that theme, click the link in the description below and get started today. If you enjoyed this video, you're looking for more print-on-demand and Shopify print-on-demand specific videos, then please like and subscribe to my channel. It would absolutely mean the world to me. Other than that, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video.